high-speed motor in a 40 Ford Coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look out, buddy, hot rod at large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod. She's my hot rod.
All right, let's talk about this a minute. We're not done with Nissan. We're not done with the UAW. We're not done with the organized. I got to tell you, here's the story. UAW and Nissan have been slugging it out in Mississippi at their plant or to organize the employees. Now, the UAW has been slugging it out with Volkswagen in Tennessee, in Chattanooga. And it's all coming around, trust me. But here's what happened. Nissan doesn't play fair, apparently. They said that Volkswagen in Tennessee, they said that there were some innuendos going on. I'm not going to say because I don't deal too much in rumors if I can help it. But they just didn't pass the UAW's vote. I think it might next time. I think they're going to have more regulators watching. They're going to have people paying attention, and I think it'll probably pass the next time. Trust me. The UAW and Nissan are back in the spotlight again with the battle to organize a Mississippi plant. In August, the employees voted no on the UAW. But the UAW cried foul and called in the feds. They accused Nissan of surveillance on employees just to get a feel of their union friendliness. Watching them and listening to them. The National Labor Relations Board is investigating threats of firing and layoffs to union friendlies. Once they identify you, then they threaten you. We'll see how that vote goes next time too. Again, and I'll just remind everybody that's listening, if there's any new listeners out there, God bless you, I love you, I want you to hear this again. For the first time, these people are going to hear it for the second time, the old timers, the old gearheads. There are no union foreign plants in America. They built most of them in the South or somewhere where it's right to work. They don't believe in. They don't want to pay union wages in America. Now, what they're paying and what benefits they're given, I don't know if it's comparable. I don't care. What I do know is they're not getting any training. The union people are all Ford, Chrysler, and Chevy, or GM. Anything foreign that is built here, if they put a plant up here, they put it somewhere where they don't have to unionize, and they fight putting in a union. That Chattanooga Volkswagen dealership is right down the street from a Chevy dealership, plant, manufacturer. And their union, they're not. And I told you why I believe in that. I believe in the training. I believe in the now, Tennessee, Kentucky, Tennessee, and I believe Alabama is offering free trade school, free tech school for anybody that wants to sign up to work at these plants because these jobs, they're building new plants, and these jobs are getting huge. There's going to be like 2,000 new car jobs in America in the next year, if not more. I think one plant was like 1,500. So it's going to be a lot more than that. It's going to be a ton of jobs. It's going to be really hard to hire good help. Because there's going to be a plethora of jobs out there that you just can't do anything with. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. But these states are offering training. So what does that tell you? They don't want the union in there. They're going to offer the training instead of the union doing it, offering the schooling. They're at it. They're fighting. The UAW doesn't give up easy. UAW used to be 1.5 million members. At one time, in their heyday, they were 1.5 something million members. Now they're 500,000 or so, about a third of what they were. And again, I don't know that I don't care if it gets. I don't care how many numbers they get. I don't care if they fire every fat cat in the union because I don't like them. But I want them to take our American worker and train them, put them to work, because that's what we're here for. Young kids coming out of school. Not everybody's going to college. Not everybody's going to trade school. But they can work at a plant and they can learn to do a good job for a good pay. Raise their families. That's what America's all about. Raise your family. You raise it the way you want. Because if you decide you want more money, you could go make it. That's the ability you have. If you're in the car business and you want to You want to get out of the car business? Go in the insurance business. I don't care. Whatever you do, but I'm just telling you, we need to get this. UAW's got to step up and start throwing better punches because they're getting a licking, and I don't like it. I want them to win. Now, I told you we'd talk about this a little later, and we will. In the land of fruits and nuts, I love California. Don't get me wrong. I have a listener out there, Ronnie the Wrench. He calls from San Diego every so often. You've heard him on these airwaves. He's right now watching me on his phone, I'm sure. And I'm telling you, that's the land of fruits and nuts. It just is. But anyhow, in September, Chevy Cruz Automata, that's their self-driving Chevy Cruz that they built. They've got them out in California, and they're trying them out because California's pretty liberal with that. Oh, we love cars that don't have anybody driving them. Yeah, they would. But anyway, their self-driving model Chevy Cruz Automaton was involved in 6 crashes. They just now told us that. Okay? That they had 6 crashes. Nobody didn't tell us as they had them. They waited until the end of September and say, well, our automatons had 6 crashes on California roads. There's no details here about if anybody got killed or if anybody got hurt or if anybody soiled their pants. You know, I get a wreck. I get scared. Anyway, here's the deal. This is my problem. We're hurry. We got to get these self-driving cars out. But you're on the road with non-self-driving cars. Guys, come on. Those cars, and they said they were, and they also said they're not our fault. All 6 crashes were not the fault of the driverless car. Yes, it was. I don't care what they say. That car was on the road with cars that were not all self-driving. They didn't all communicate to each other. You heard the story I told you about the bus driver out there in California? This little Chevy or whatever they were, Cobalt or whatever they had, a Google car. And the Google car thought, well, I have the right of way in this lane, blah, blah, blah. That bus has to wait. Well, that bus didn't wait. He smashed that car, the self-driving car, because the bus driver said, I ain't waiting. That's how they, there are the human nature of certain people behind the wheel. How do you make up for that with a self-driving car? That's how this car got in 6 crashes. Because it's driving along, thinking, I got the right of way here. And some guy in a hurry, late for work, says, the hell you do. Whoop. Whoops. How does the car know you're late for work? How are you going to tell the car that's driving you, hey, buddy, car, step on it. I'm going to be late for work. It won't speed. So if you got up late and you're late for work, you're late. You ain't getting there on time. You ain't crashing that corner. You ain't cutting that corner. You ain't making a right turn on red unless the car says to. I want to know how they're going to know that. How's the car going to know when there's a right turn on red allowed or not? So certain streets have signs that say no turn on red. Well, apparently 6 times in September, this poor little automaton just trusted human nature and got smashed. So that's what happens. You can't have a self-driving, you either have a self-driving world or a person driving world. You don't mix. You can't mix them. But everybody wants to be first. We're the first one to have the self-driving car. And it crashed 6 times. So what good is that? What good is it to have a car that crashes 6 times? Well, I wasn't driving. It wasn't the car's fault. I don't care if it's the car's fault. You're just as crashed. Oh, come on. For the life of me, for the absolute life of me, I probably will never, ever understand how they're going to do this. There's going to be a way, because we're going to have electric self-driving cars. The insurance companies are for it. The car companies are racing to build them. So they're coming. And you know what? It should be fine by the time they get it right. But until they get it right, what in the God's name are we going to do? Who's going to make up for that idiot? How about you're driving down the highway in the back seat of your self-driving car and you got that one kid that likes to zip in and out of traffic like a madman. Does the car know? Does the car, does the car actually know that this kid is going to do this, going to make this cut in front of you or whatever? No, he doesn't. You do. When you're driving, you know, oh, this guy, I've been watching him in my rearview mirror. He's just going to cut right through here. And he does. Or she does. He, she, whoever. It, but the car doesn't know that. We're going to keep talking about this, though, because I'm not done. You thought I was done, didn't you? Fooled you. Navigate. What is the most distracting part of driving a car? What are they calling the most distracted? According to a study by the University of Utah, they did it for the AAA Safety Foundation. The most distracting problem with people driving is the thing you need the most, the navigational system. People playing with the navigational system are crashing on a regular basis. Okay? Let's make that happen. Let's make that not happen anymore. Just quit it. Stop it. Of 1,000 drivers they were polled by AIG, that's the American International Group, the insurance company, found that the majority of the drivers, of the 1,000 drivers, feared hacking above all else about autonomous driving or no person driving, the car driving you. Okay? Hacking was the number one. Survey said, I like that show, the driverless technology was the biggest thing about it was hacking. And you know what? You think about it, maybe that'll be the new assassination thing. It'll be on the TV. You know how they have all these shows about different SEALs and all that, how you're going to assassinate this guy or that guy. He gets in his driverless car and you run him off a cliff. Come on. Or take him down to Dan Ryan. He'll get killed. No, don't worry about a thing. That Dan Ryan is a nasty one. Or the Borman. The Borman's no better. We talked earlier in the week, last week, about Dyson. You know, the guy that empties your pockets while he's making you the finest vacuum cleaner in the world. I have one. They're great. My God, they're expensive. I think I had to make payments on that one. But anyway, Dyson has now said he's making an electric car. He has the electronic studios. He has the technology. They're wonderful. Just ask him. He's from England. And you know how English people are. They like to tell you how great they are. Well, this guy, he says he wants no partners. He's not going to partner up like everybody else is. Google and Toyota and Ford and whoever. I mean, they all got partners in this technology drive. He says he's got that all. He wants no helpers to build his driverless car. He's going to build his electric car, not driverless yet, but it will be. His electric car, he will build completely by himself from the ground up. From bumper to bumper is going to be a Dyson. I don't know. He also says, he's bragging, and again, like I said, this is the English for you. Dyson is also intends to beat existing vehicle ranges, the range that you can go. In other words, by 50 to 100 miles. He's going to be 50 to 100 miles more than anybody else. That's it. He can vacuum your house, and he can get you 100 more miles out of your electric car if you buy a Dyson. You could be a Dyson family. You could be a totally Dyson household. Oh boy, I have some fun doing this, don't I? You know, you got to remember, you are only renting a space on this big rock. So keep your pedal to the metal and don't slow down till you gotta. Giddy up.